So what's the deal with the woman who calls herself Queen? Here are some things you may not know about Victoria Larson from Matt James' season of The Bachelor. Contestants on The Bachelor are known for going all out to make their entrances memorable, and Matt James' night one was no different. But Victoria made it a point to go big or go home as she made her debut on a literal throne, carried by 4 men in masks. Victoria's royal look was topped off with a tiara, and she brought a crown for Matt to wear as king. Apparently, the grandness of Victoria's entrance didn't sit well with everyone, but Matt revealed while appearing on Jimmy Kimmel Live that he really enjoyed Victoria's confidence. He explained, "I appreciated everything about Victoria's entrance and who she was because whatever you need to do to stand out, she did it. I remembered her name and it was lighthearted and it broke the ice."
It's such a tense situation and I was nervous. And then when she comes out with everything that she is, it just, it put a smile on my face.
Of course, Victoria's overly confident persona did lead to some disappointment on night one. At one point, the Queen was absolutely convinced that she'd be the recipient of the coveted first impression rose, which wasn't the case. Nevertheless, she made herself known. Bachelor Nation knows that a contestant's age, hometown, and occupation are listed on screen during their entrance and interviews. Some past occupations have been funny, and Victoria is yet another contestant whose occupation has nothing to do with her actual career. She's listed simply as Queen. But for a woman whose job got left out of her on-screen description, Victoria has a pretty impressive professional history. According to Cosmopolitan, Victoria is the founder of a spray tanning company, Jet Set Glow, and the founder of Victoria Larson Beauty. Jet Set Glow is a tanning service for, quote, the jet setter in the Los Angeles area. According to its website, in 30 minutes or less, clients can experience luxury tanning services in their own home. To top off a good thing, all the products used are natural. Victoria Larson Beauty is similar in that all the products sold are vegan. They range from dry brush sets to detox plans. Looks like Victoria certainly has an eye for entrepreneurship. Victoria is originally from the East Coast, but as of her time on The Bachelor and since its filming, she's become a Los Angeles girl. Of course, LA is known to be the hotspot for all things content, beauty, and reality television related. Just think of how many former Bachelor and Bachelorette contestants have called Los Angeles home, and Victoria is no exception. In fact, she's taken to social media many times to share snapshots of her life in the city, from her time in Beverly Hills with her cute little dog to her quick trips up the coast to Santa Barbara. So how does Victoria feel about her life in the city? Pretty good, it seems. She gushed on Instagram, "I'm so inspired here. I feel so grateful. I love my friends here. I never want to move. I've worked so hard to be here and feel so lucky to have my home here." Looks like Los Angeles is going to remain the Queen's land for a while after her days on The Bachelor. Add one more line to Victoria's already impressive resume. In addition to being a business owner and a self-proclaimed queen, Victoria is a certified Pilates instructor. As she shared on Instagram, Victoria was certified through Natural Pilates and focuses on helping her clients with all things connectivity, from stability to recognizing when the body needs a much-deserved break. She wrote on her blog, "Becoming certified to teach this year has been such a blessing, so I can have another method to help my clients reach their health goals. Pilates is a great foundation because it really teaches you to connect your breath and find the mind-body connection." Victoria made a point of describing on Instagram just how important it is to, quote, take care of your temple and to approach every workout expressing kindness to your body. Based on her full steam ahead approach to night one of The Bachelor, you probably could have guessed that Victoria is originally from New York. Based on her Instagram bio, Victoria went from New York to Florida to California. And based on her social media activity, she still visits the Big Apple fairly often. Victoria spent the 2019 Christmas season in the city and posted a bunch of cute selfies in her warm winter outfits. Perhaps poking fun at her own height while in New York for the holidays, she posted a funny snap of her standing just as tall as a decorated Christmas tree, writing, "To my short friends, good night." From the looks of it, Victoria enjoys some of the best spots that New York has to offer while she visits the city, so it's clear that the Queen prioritizes style and substance. It seems like more and more contestants on The Bachelor have a pageant past, and Victoria is no exception. She shared on her Instagram page a video of her trying out for the Miss California USA pageant, wearing a beautiful gown and engaging in the classic pageant walk around the stage. Of course, Victoria's time as a pageant contestant adds her to the ever-growing list of Bachelor contestants who thrived in the circuit before their time on the show. The most notable? Hannah Brown, for starters, who was a contestant on Colton Underwood's season of The Bachelor. Bachelor. She introduced herself as Miss Alabama, which she won in 2018. Colton's season was also graced by another beauty queen, Kaylin Miller-Keys, who was 2018's Miss North Carolina and the runner-up for Miss USA. Looks like Victoria has some impressive pageant shoes to fill. Anyone who watches The Bachelor knows that the most commonly used words on the show are rose, journey, and vulnerability. And it looks like Victoria got the memo on being vulnerable because she shared her struggles with health very openly. She wrote on her website, "I struggled with counting calories, excessive working out, and finally came to an equilibrium. My desire to help others and my education from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition through NYU, along with my personal journey of getting physically healthy, in addition to my Pilates certification, makes me the perfect health coach." Looks like Victoria knows exactly how to turn her past experiences, coupled with her education, into a thriving career. Through her beauty brand, she also offers a guided 21-day detox to help clients, in her words, transform their mind, body, and spirit. She claims a commitment of 21 days can merit amazing results, especially with daily check-ins and tips to keep you motivated. Some people choose to stay in their hometowns or home states for college, but Victoria left New York for Florida to attend Florida State University. As she wrote in a lengthy Instagram post about her education, career, and self-growth, Victoria was awarded a full academic scholarship to FSU and left for a new state and new school at just 17 years old. She wrote, "It was the first time on my own, and I struggled immensely with navigating the new chapter. I had trauma come up that I hadn't dealt with, and just really a tough time overall." After her time in college, Victoria traveled through Europe and then made her way back to Florida before moving to Los Angeles. She worked for a short time as a flight attendant, but ultimately decided to go back to school to focus on health, wellness, and healing. Based on her social media activity, Victoria does travel back to Florida fairly often, calling it home in one of her posts from December of 2020. The Queen clearly knows that vulnerability is a good look for her, because Victoria has put it all out there on social media. During her time on the pageant circuit, Victoria revealed on Instagram that she struggled with addiction in the past and used her experience to guide her pageant platform. She wrote, "I am so excited for Miss California USA and my platform of lobbying for stricter pharmaceutical laws after struggling with Adderall addiction in my life. Meditation, spiritual healing, mindful movement, and self-growth into self-awareness has built me into being confidently beautiful. Way more than a pill allowing me to fit a certain dress size while destroying my mental health ever could." She added that she's honored to be an example for young women to look up to and hopes to inspire confidence in them. Health and wellness is clearly a very big part of Victoria's life, and she has no qualms about sharing her more vulnerable experiences. It's clear that Victoria isn't one to hold herself back. Even from her official ABC bio, it's obvious that she didn't go on The Bachelor to mess around. Her page reads, "Victoria truly has no filter, which she loves about herself, and plans to be very forward in her pursuit of men. Some women can't stand men who are bad texters, while others know that a mama's boy is a no-go. But Victoria's bio reveals that she can't stand a man with a messy room, so Matt better make sure his is in good shape." Victoria ruffled some feathers on night one, not only with her opulent entrance, but also with her ambitious behavior when it came to stealing time with Matt. As any big Bachelor fan knows, the lead is bounced between contestants all throughout the cocktail party, with the ladies regularly trying to steal him from one another. Because night one has so many ladies present, it's no wonder that not all of them get to talk to the leading man. But during Matt's premiere night, Victoria talked to him not once, but twice, much to the dismay of the women who didn't get to talk to him at all. Clearly, Victoria is one to watch. The Bachelor is perhaps one of the only shows that literally thrives off of spoilers, and thanks to the diligence of Reality Steve, we now know that Victoria is the Corinne of Matt's season. The quick refresher for those of you who didn't watch Nick's season of The Bachelor, Corinne was quite the character, and she quickly made a name for herself on the show. According to People magazine, she became known for her on-screen antics and was quickly labeled as the villain. But really, Corinne was funny, bold, and as such, not everyone's taste. Nevertheless, she's still an iconic character in the eyes of Bachelor Nation.
I really don't have any regrets. I was fully myself.
So how will Victoria follow in the footsteps that Corinne paved? Well, according to Reality Steve, Victoria will bring the same kind of humor, boldness, and opulence to the screen. He wrote on his blog, "Some people will think she's hilarious, some people will find her as comedic relief, and some people will find her performative and incredibly irritating, thinking she's better than everyone else. Same song, different season." The queen of any land knows that marketing yourself is the best thing you can do. And Victoria definitely got the memo. After graduating from the Institute for Integrative Nutrition through New York University, Victoria turned her skills into a career. Specifically, she offers different services through Victoria Larson Beauty to help clients turn their health and wellness dreams into realities. So what can you get from the queen herself? Well, as she listed on her website, Victoria helps clients in a number of ways. Those interested can choose to hire Victoria as a health coach, and she'll teach you what kind of foods your body needs the most. They can also use Victoria as a resource throughout the process of achieving a healthier lifestyle. If you want the queen's knowledge, however, get ready to dish out $250 per hour. Victoria also offers clients a 14-day personal health plan, in which she meets up with clients twice a week for an hour for a $485 price tag. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite stuff are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.